All right, welcome back to the 80 Star Basketball Channel, special Saturday edition. The only star basketball channel where I guess we're all institutional investors. I found that out this last week, and I'm glad that I have you to join me because you too must be an institutional investor. All right. Yes, lots of articles saying that the people buying these and it's institutional investors. So here we are. Good to be here. I've never, I've been to Wall Street, but I've never actually been Wall Street. So it's good to be Wall Street. So just before I touch on this was definitely this auction was fairly big. I just did the video on supply, and here we go. We basically had 10. There's a bag that's not listed here, kind of jump on Goldin for their elite auction. It is impressive auction, actually. There's lots of stuff. They have a PSA 10 86 Fleer and just a whole bunch of goodies, mantles and all that jazz. So go check it out. But I want to focus on supply and just kind of talk to it for what I was looking at. But first, I did want to mention that I've put up a couple of items. I kind of surprised that I had multiple people reach out and just kind of like, "Are you selling? Why are you selling?" And I realized that because of the channel and stuff that I'm kind of up out there and my voice is heard. So nothing. I just I think I've said that I had to change and pivot course a little, actually quite a bit, not even a little bit, but because of the rapid increase in prices, I have changed to what my focus is and what I truly love. I've also evolved kind of in it. I'm only going to be collecting Star. I have plenty of Star, I think, to collect for the rest of my life. This is not going to be an overnight thing. I have been actively buying, selling, trading, just not as much as I did earlier on, but I'm hoping to step it up here kind of now. But if I get rid of something, it is not, if you see me sell something, it's not a vote of no confidence or things. Most everything I have now, I love and believe in. But I have duplicates. I also have things that I can trade into that people have, and I know how to get them. So, if I give up something, it definitely isn't, any type of thing where I'm going, this isn't worth it. It's generally, I have a kind of a big new project, and I did want to, I'm going to keep it kind of somewhat vague, but I will say it centers around bags. And I do believe in the rarer stuff now. But I don't, in the last little while, like for the rare stuff, I think I kind of, because I do go back and forth in some things, I don't want to sound like I'm pumping something and then you see it for sale. And I realize that that's not a good look. And it's not what I'm doing at all. Sometimes I just give things up because there's different targets that I have. And there's kind of things that I can get back, or there's going to be like a sheet or something I might sell. I'm considering one now, and we'll see if that comes up. The thing about the uncut sheets is they're just impossible to get. I'm really running into a brick wall on those. But bags and kind of rare things that I'm interested in, and kind of a big project I've taken on. So I don't want to, and especially after Jeff Wilson, buying something or doing it, just know that I'm active behind the scenes. Everything I do isn't even in like the groups or forums, but I did want to say it, make sure that, I'm very cognizant that when I talk about stuff, I don't want it to be, it's not even, and whatever I like isn't a buy recommendation. I like bags. And do I think that they're undervalued? Maybe. It's kind of that thing of, but I just actually love them. It's pure Star. It's kind of like the ultimate of Star collecting for me. So, but they have their downfalls. They're hard to. They're not graded. You don't know the condition. You kind of have to see it. There's a whole bunch of things that aren't good about them. So just because I talk something up doesn't mean go out and buy it. And also, just because I sell something doesn't mean sell it. But I wanted to be clear because I think, I haven't made many moves. And I think people saw that I did a couple and were like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? So I just thought I would say it on the channel. And I took a full 5 minutes to do that. So moving on, let's talk about this. And what do I kind of see here? So I just talked about the supply jumping up, and wow, did that take a big supply jump for what's available in terms of auctions? This is quite the jump. I think we had three available for auctions, and now we have 13 kind of thing going on right now. So that's including the bag. So we have basically what I looked at. This was kind of a range. This was, I don't want to chalk this up. I'm not downplaying this. I don't want to sound like I'm downplaying this. But the one thing about this is that it has a lot of fives and sixes, and I think the market is kind of like these. I haven't seen fives come up hardly ever, and I think everyone's so focused and everyone's used to their own financial spot and are going for quality. You kind of got to remember that there's a set of people that are going to be looking at these at like, okay, well, I can't get that, but nice to finally see some sixes and fives that I can get a hold of and, save 20, 30, $40,000 at this point. So that's how people are probably going to be looking. And I think that these might, definitely get some action and be looked at or kind of pursued. So that's my take. We'll see if that actually plays out. There is a PSA 7, there's a BGS 8, there's two of them actually, and there's an 8.5 along with this auto. Like that's wow! Look at that. That's going to be one of the big kids right there. So these are things that while the supply increased, you have to things that you have to consider while looking at this. Going, okay, this is kind of and I don't want to upset people for doing it, saying that it's kind of a low quality. It's not. This isn't a big, it's not 9 sevens coming to the forefront here. We have, let's take a look at the seven just for the fun of it, just because I love sevens. It's already at 44,000 with 14 days left. It's kind of hard to tell with that mark on the thing or with on the mark on the case. Let's take a peek. Looks like a little bit of surface corners, a couple corner things might be surface here. I can't tell what's scans and what's not, but touches on corners and everything. So, kind of, has some standard seven stuff. It's not your stronger seven, but it's not bad. But I just wanted to talk to this a little bit just because of the timing of right after a video, watch supply, and then bam, how about supply? Here's my interesting take. Let's watch what happens for the next couple of weeks. If a whole bunch start adding on, that's something to notice and something to take, definitely take watchful notice, because this is a long auction here. We've got 14 over 2 weeks left, kind of thing for this to play out. So it's going to be definitely some time, and we'll see auctions. I know there's some private sales. I know there was like a couple sevens that came up. There's definitely some, there's action, but this is we'll watch the auctions during the meantime. So I did want to talk to that this morning. I'm not, people are reacting to it like, with alarm, like sell, and you know what? We'll see what demand does here. Is this I kind of look at it. This is probably a good test. Let's look at how the market views and sees and what happens, because it's quite possible that all these sell just fine. So, but this definitely is a change in what I was watching, and I wanted to share that with you. So, and also wanted to share, kind of what I'm doing, picking up and changing. And I won't be talking much for, but if you stayed this long, I will tell you one thing that I picked up. This will kind of be one of the final things I will tell you, because again, I don't like using this platform to, buy, pump, or sound like I'm pumping anything. But I did get a Boto bag. I got one of my Grail. I got one of my Grail bags. So I'm super, super stoked. I absolutely love it. And the reason I don't have a picture is because it's way in the other room, and my wife is sleeping, and I don't want to wake her up. And that is why I don't have a picture. But I wasn't even going to mention it, but I am buying still, though. There's no stopping, but I'm going to be doing some heavy buying, selling, and trading constantly for the rest of my life. I'm a collector, but I don't see ever even. I can see picking up a few things outside of Star, but it's kind of tough. But anyway, enjoy the nice weekend, and I'll see you at the next video.